Hello my friend, welcome back to my studio. So today I will make a video about my synthesizer, my MultiMoog synthesizer. The first one I got when I was 16. I was really proud to buy my first synth at that time. I bought it in Paris. I wanted to buy a mini Moog, but it was a bit too expensive for me, so I bought this one. So how this works, it's not complicated. You have different sections. Here you have an oscillator. Here you have another oscillator, oscillator B, oscillator A. Here you have a master section where you can mix both oscillator and change the octave. Here you have a noise button. I will show you later. This is a filter. This is a filter envelope. They call it filter contour, but it's really an envelope with a two-stage envelope, attack release. This is a VCA envelope, which is a loudness contour with attack release. Couple of knobs here to try to change the character of the filter, to try to change the character of the envelope. A volume, a glide, I will explain later. And here is a modulator section. So you can modulate the oscillator with this section. I will show you. So let's start with the first oscillator here. So I open the filter. So the filter is full open, full close. So let's put it in the middle. And here with the first oscillator, you can change the waveform. So from sawtooth to square, this is a square, and pulse. Okay, this is a mixer, so I was full A, now I go full B, so full B is this one. So you have the same wave shape. I put a square here, for instance. And with this button, you can add an octave. One octave below. Or the other side is 2 octaves below. 1 octave below, 2 octaves below. And of course, you can mix the two oscillators together. So let's do a 50-50. So you feel this beat, which is a tune. Of course, you can remove the octave. You can change the interval, like a third, fourth, and fifth. So this is basically the how you produce, you generate the sound. This button here is to select the octave. So now we have a sound which is not bad. And here is a filter. So with the filter you can of course filter. So it means you remove some harmonics. This is full open. And I will close it slowly. So here is another button which is a resonance. On this synthesizer it's called emphasis, but this is on the new synthesizer, the newer, it's called a resonance. So it's a feedback in the filter like that. So this is very characteristic of the Moog sound. And then all this little envelope will somehow will automate what I did with this, you know. So for instance, I can ask my envelope to or to put a very slow attack. And same here with the volume. So let's put a gentle release. So this is, of course, if you go in the dark and the low frequency like that, then you can make beautiful bass sound like a this is the bass I use in the first album of Deep Forest on the song called Deep Forest with a jip, 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 I'm in up. Remember that? So the bass was like that. So this synth is absolutely amazing if you want to make very beautiful, very strong bass, you know. This is very nice. So next we have the modulation. Oh, I forgot this to mention this one. This was in the noise. So the noise is doing this. I remove the oscillator so you can hear only the noise. So if you have your headphone or good speaker, you can hear the low frequency, the sub bass here. It's beautiful. This is really, really, really low. Really low. So you can do a lot of things with the noise. You can do percussion like that. Can make a beautiful TR 808 drum bass. On the other hand, you can make some beautiful snare, of course. Snare. Oops, sorry. Or some very tiny hi-hat. can make a lot of percussion. Of course, you can make things like let me see. Some effect. So this is a lot of things you can do with the noise. So go back to oscillator, like this. I love this. So what you can do with the modulation, you can affect an LFO. LFO is a low frequency oscillator. It means it's something very low like that. And you can modulate, for instance, here I will modulate the pitch. So I'll make the sound more regular sound, like this. So. And I will modulate. And of course, you can use it when you play. You can use it like a vibrato, like a This is a sound like a Chick Corea, you know, kind of. Maybe 1 octave. Yeah, kind of things. So you can do this with on the oscillator, so it makes a vibrato. You can put it on the filter. You can have different, very different sound with this process. You can modulate also something which is very interesting, which is you can modulate the shape of the oscillator B. So I will show you. If I go to a square wave, now I'm playing only oscillator B. On a square wave. Now I can modulate. Here is the amount of modulation I put, so 0 amount and full. And what you hear is what we call the pulse wave modulation. Pulse width modulation, sorry. It's a pulse. Square is a square like that, and the pulse is a rectangle, we say. And you can move this amount of waveform from square to more pulse. It's called pulse width modulation. So yes, this is a section. You can also have I modulate with okay, let's go back to the vibrato. So my source modulation is a sine, a triangle wave, but you can modulate, of course, with a square wave. On the filter and on the wave shaping. Maybe you recognize some electronic sound because a lot of tracks use this effect. And there is something which is nice. This is what they call sample and hold. So the synth will pick some value. Kind of R2D2 robot. You can do the same on the filter. So this is basically how this synth works. On the filter, I can show you something on the filter which is great. I love this. You can have different character on the filter, like. Here you can have different tone too. This one is very nice. You can make a lot of effect with this. And oh, this is interesting too. This is okay, I'll show you. When you put your oscillator like that and you put your resonance emphasis full, you have this harmonic. So when you put this button on the tone position, it means the filter now will resonate like another oscillator. So let's no oscillator, just the filter. So now if I had some oscillator. So you can have a lot of different timbre and sound with this. So this is for the main section. There is different aspect. Oh yeah, for instance, if you have the here, okay, I'll show you this too. This is nice. So this envelope here, as I told you, there is the attack. And the release. But if you switch this way, you don't have any sustain. Okay, here is a sustain. It's when I keep the key down. So it will stay forever until I release, and release is this amount. Okay, so attack, sustain, and release. So attack very short. It goes to the right to the sustain, and when I release, the release is short. No release. If you go to this switch like this, then you don't have any more sustain. It's just a release, an attack release envelope. So you can make very percussive sound like that. So you have the same on the filter and the contour. So you can have a very percussive sound with this. What else? Okay, on the other side, here, it's a little trick I had on my synth, because you see this button here and this one are not from the original synthesizer. It's a modification. A friend of mine did this modification. And actually I can have I can sync the oscillator A to oscillator B, like that. So I just play with my synth. I love it. So yes, you have a view now. Okay, this is a glide, which is volume is evident. Volume. Okay, and here's a glide is this little effect you hear on a lot of sounds, of synthesizer sound like that. So basically this is what we can do with this synthesizer. What can I say more? Yeah, the little button here, but it basically doesn't change a lot what we just saw. So my beautiful machine from 1976, still working perfectly, and I'm using it not every day, but when I have to go to the very raw bass sound, you know, like something like that. This is how I use it in my production. So I hope you, it's almost 30 minutes. I hope you enjoy my beautiful Moog MultiMoog synthesizer. And next time we talk about not the Moog here, this Moog is going here. Next time we talk about the Prophet 5, which is another beautiful synth. So take care, à bientôt, bye bye.